Contra-Dating. Have you tried it? Is this another way of us saying lower your standard? Let's dig deep on the ordinary story. What's up, y'all? Welcome to The Ordinary Story, the space where we talk about everyday narratives and give our general thoughts on it. My name is Georgiana. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing really well. Today we're talking about contra-dating, which is contradiction dating. Let's dig into it. So I think we're used to the trends of dating and how that changes and everything because we're all trying to figure out how we can meet someone great and someone fantastic. So the new one is called contra dating, and I'll just give you the general idea of it or definition of it just so if you're not aware, you're aware of it. It says deliberately dating someone outside your usual type or who you wouldn't necessarily view as compatible, as opposed to seeking a partner more in line with your usual standards. So that's interesting because I thought standards are a good thing. Now, I get that there are times where we do, the standards are superficial, some standards, but there are also values that are intertwined with those standards. And it could be faith, for me, it's like faith wise, like what is your relationship like with God and how significant is that, and who are you as a person in general? Like, are you a kind person? Are you loving? Are you loyal? Are you faithful? Are you honest? Are you a man of integrity? Like, those are like good standards to have. Now, I do understand that there are people that have superficial standards, but I'm not gonna knock their standards. Like, that's what they're into, that's what they value right now. The thing about us is that as time goes on or as we age or whatever, there are certain values or certain standards, that matter to us, that are significant to who we are as an individual. So when we're contradicting, right, what this dating trend is, contradicting, it's like, are those values not working for me anymore? Are those standards not working for me? So I'm going to lower it, So because to me, it's like lowering your standard essentially is what it sounds like to me. I can see where it's that, maybe I want to date someone that's into bowling and I'm not usually into someone that's into bowling. You know what I mean? Like, or a different race. You know what I mean? But to me, it's like, why am I contradicting my standards, right? I'm not saying be stuck in your ways because, like I just said, we evolve as people, and our standards can change in that instance. But when you're telling me to contradict, to seek someone that's more in line with that's opposed to your usual standards, then it speaks to me as though I need to lower my standard, right? And to me, that's a problem because I have those standards for a reason. I was watching this show on YouTube on here, and his name's Nick, and he was talking about how this girl went on a dating show and how she she said she wanted someone that truly believed in Christ and walk like I talk it, and they would pop the balloon, and so she ended up not meeting anybody, right? And so to me, it's like, so is she supposed to date someone that's when you're talking about contradicting, does she now not need to date someone that has that standard of living, that has that faith, you know? And I don't think that's necessary. I think the main question is, why are we doing this? Why are we adopting this? Is it because our standards are too high? Or is it because we want to be able to meet more people? But in my perspective, it's that I need to now lower my standards, because you're telling me, as opposed to seeking a partner more in line with my usual standard. It's just another term of lowering my standard. And there are, like I said previously, there are higher people that have superficial standards, you know, and I'm not going to knock them. And that, you know, if that works for them, then it works for them. But I guess, yeah, if it's not working for you, then change it up. But every relationship that I've had, I have learned something about myself from it. It's not the end of the be all. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, we're all going to be hurt some way, some shape or form. But it doesn't mean my standards are not okay. Doesn't mean I can't keep seeking, you know, I can't keep praying for that person to find me that aligns with my standards, my values, right? So I don't know that I agree with this. I believe we should all be open, right? You know, and not be tightly squeezed in. But there are some standards that are really key to who you are as a person that I don't think you should let go of, right? Like, if the person doesn't like traveling and you love traveling, that's going to be a problem, right? If and you want to keep traveling, so do I remove that and say, oh, now I'm into a homebody? It's not going to work, right? Like, what do you mean contradiction? When these are things in me, standards in me that matter to me. You know, I don't know that I agree with that. But me as a person, I'm always open but to dating people that might not fit, I don't know, the list or the standard. But there are standards are a good thing to have. Like companies, they have standard, right? A standard, a person, they're looking for people that are going to be passionate about what they're doing in that company. So they hire accordingly. And sometimes it doesn't work out. And then that person leaves. So if I now lower my standard, that, you know, I'm lowering my standard, I'm going to do the contra-dating thing, and it still doesn't work out, what then? What then? So I don't really understand what this is about. But if you have standards that matter to you, that are core parts of you that are needed to date somebody, then I don't think you should follow this. I don't think you should lower your standard, which is what this is saying to me. It's just a fancy new word that we've all of a sudden come up with. Stick to your standard. And as you evolve, those standards evolve too. Let it. But don't, because I just don't want you to be disappointed at the end of the road. Like, I lowered my standard, now what? I did the contradiction thing, but it didn't work out, because it's not going to work out. Because the standards that you have for dating someone, it's from your core. It's who you are. It's all those parts of your lives that have just evolved to become who you are. So, yeah. keep your standards. You'll find the right woman. The right man will find you. It will happen. It will happen. So we've come to the end of the show, and you know what time it is. It's time to bring out your notebook, and my nails are all off. I hope you guys didn't judge me on that. But anyways, it is time to write, draw, whatever it is that you are thankful for from this topic that we had today. And I just want to remind you guys, as usual, this is for the end of the year. When you come to the end of the year and you're like, oh, this is horrible, maybe this might remind you that it wasn't that bad, okay? And you got through it. So bring that out. Like I said, notebook, whatever you've got at arm's reach, arm's length. Just reach for it and let's get into it. So I'm actually going to be getting some more colors for this because I'm actually loving this, even though it's not perfect. And like I said, it doesn't have to. And you guys, please, if you can please send me screenshots, in the comments below of what you've done. I want to see, I really want to see it, guys, please. So remember, we start with I am. Either you're writing that or you're drawing it or you're doodling. I am a doodler. I'm not great at it, but it's what I am doing. So remember, I am thankful for. So whatever it is that from this topic today that we covered, what is it that you're thankful for? And you can take a minute to kind of think about it, go back through it, what was triggering for you. You can think about that and, and just basically dwell on that. I think this is really easy for me, but you might have gotten something else from it, so it doesn't have to be the same thing I am thankful for. But yeah, I hope you got something from it. Like I said, let me know in the comments below. It's kind of fizzled. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, it's reveal time. Time to reveal it all. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see it? But I am thankful for standards because it's super important that we have standards in everything we do. Because what are you measuring it against? What truly matters to you? Because when you have standards, you're auditing yourself and thinking, who do I need as a partner? What do I need in a partnership? What does that look like, right? Because being with somebody, it's really a partnership. It really is. That's all it's all about, that you are doing life together and your standards need to align, and you will find that person that has those standards. And I don't believe in lowering your standards. Sorry. So, guys, let me know what you put up. So it's the end of the show. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? If you did, you know what to do. Please give it a thumbs up and share with somebody who you think it might help, encourage them with their dating life. And if you're not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I also want to give a big thank you shout out to the subscribers that are already subscribed. It really makes a difference, and I do appreciate your support. And guys, please let me know in the comments below. Contra-dating trend, what does that look like to you? Did I misunderstand it? Is it not about standards? Let me know in the comments below and I will totally respond. Until next time, y'all, thank you so much for watching, but above all, take care of yourself and be kind to others. Bye bye.